Mazz's Tears, special edition. Because we're about to get into some Belichick conversation. We all know he's slipped. We all know he's teetering. But how far has he fallen? Where would you rank Bill Belichick among coaches in the NFL? What tier would you put him in?
6.
It's time for Mazz's Tears, presented by the Bernardi Automotive Group. When it comes to auto dealers, the Bernardi Automotive Group always finishes top tier. They sell and service Acura, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Toyota, and Volvo. Bernardi for now, Bernardi for life. Visit them now at BernardiAutogroup.com. Mazz, take it away.
Okay, here we go. We're going to start with Tier 5 as always. And again, just for posterity's sake, October 5th, 2023 NFL coaching tiers through 4 weeks of the 2023 season. Just so for documentation purposes, everybody knows exactly where we were on the calendar when we did these tiers. I just want it timestamped. I want people to know.
Timestamp tiers.
When they go into the Felger and Mazz capsule and they find the tiers, I want them to know this particular version was October 5th, 2023.
Why is that so important to you?
Because
we'll find out.
Tier 5. These are the suckbag coaches in the NFL. Matt Eberflus, Chicago, you blow.
Could be fired by tomorrow morning.
Sean Payton, current version. We're not talking the Saints version. Sean Payton, coach of the Denver Broncos, disaster. Josh McDaniels,
Boo.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Boo.
They suck, Mike.
He's trash.
They suck.
He's fine.
Brandon Staley, LA Chargers. Should be the first guy fired. We'll see how that all shakes out.
I'm with you on that.
And Dennis Allen of the New Orleans Saints, who will be in Foxborough this week.
Why don't you like him?
Have you looked at his career record?
No.
I suggest you do that.
I don't want to
I
Google
thought this was supposed to be reflecting October 5th, 2023.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Has he changed?
I don't know. It's a competitive team. Good defense.
They blow. They blow. And in fact, I would go so far as to say that what you have here is, generally speaking, 3 defensive coaches in the bottom 5. Eberflus, Staley, Allen, all defensive guys. Peyton, past his prime. McDaniels, I feel bad for because I like the guy, but the Oakland experience, Vegas, thus far has been a disaster. The Raiders are horrible. Just my opinion. Tier 4. Tier 4. One of my longtime favorites, actually, or one-time favorites at the top of this list, Frank Reich, Carolina, not good. He sucked at Indianapolis, too. It started out okay. Kevin Stefanski, Cleveland. I don't know how he still has a job. Frankly, their offense blows again. He was supposed to be an offensive guy. Robert Saleh, the Jets, not impressed. Todd Bowles, former Jets guy, now with the Buccaneers, also kind of smells, if you ask me. They're doing well there, but I think that's the OC more than anything else. I think all 4 of these guys stink. If you go up against any of the teams in Tier 5 or Tier 4, you have a coaching advantage.
I don't see a name that should absolutely be in one of these 2 tiers. I just don't know why he'd be at that high, but that's just me.
Oh, so you're talking about Bill?
Yeah.
Oh.
He should be no higher than Tier 4. Again, guys, if these are supposed to be reflecting, go look at the time capsule, October 5th, 2023, that he's higher than any of these 2 tiers, they're suspect.
Well.
Suspect tiers, to quote Joe Murray.
Okay, with that said, Murray, we are now going to advance to Tier 3, the middle class, typically the beefiest tier in the Mazz's tiers. I'm going to read these to you in order because I think it's relevant. Jonathan Gannon, Arizona. He's done a good job so far.
Sure.
Respectable, Tier 3. Arthur Smith, Atlanta. Last year and this year, respectable. Tier 3. Mike McCarthy.
No, boo.
Tier 3, tops. Why, should be lower?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll allow for that. Dan Campbell, Detroit, has done a nice job.
Fine.
Doug Peterson. Not often I put a Super Bowl winning coach in Tier 3, but I'm not really impressed with Doug Peterson. Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota.
Should be lower.
Brian Daboll.
Too high.
Could have easily been in Tier 4. He's
Murray, you probably
it.
just 2 weeks ago, you probably had him Tier 1.
Exactly.
No, he's a fraud.
Murray.
Nick Sirianni, Philadelphia.
Tier 3?
What?
I don't like the way it's looking.
You mean the 4-0 Eagles?
The winning and going to the Super Bowl, you mean?
Yeah, they haven't looked good, though. They haven't looked the same. I think they've kind of been lucky. They barely beat the Patriots.
Love the take.
Nick Sirianni has not been great. Ron Rivera, Washington, underrated. Solid middle-class coach.
You have Sirianni and Rivera in the same tier.
Correct.
Awesome.
Murray.
These are his most controversial tiers. I mean, I can't believe some of these guys.
And at the bottom of Tier 3, William Richard Belichick. His friends call him Dick.
Too high.
Bottom of Tier 3. I thought about Tier 4, Murray. And out of pure respect for his career accomplishments, I put him at the bottom of Tier 3. But I didn't really want to do it. I wanted him in Tier 4.
You should have done it.
I feel Tier 3 is appropriate.
Tier 2.
Sirianni in Tier 3.
Yeah, that one is a head scratcher.
He's
Belichick in
overrated.
Tier 3.
Overrated. The guy cried during the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
I cry during national anthems all the time.
You're not the coach of the Eagles.
And I'm also a tool bag.
And
so
your
it's
team
like,
wasn't playing.
Right, okay.
It's
Massive tool.
pathetic. Tier 2. Sean McDermott, Buffalo Bills. Every time I think the guy's a complete jackass, they're pretty good every year. They bounced back and played well here in the early part of the year. They completely manhandled Miami. Zach Taylor, Cincinnati. That one feels like it's coming apart, but he's been better than I thought. I'm going to give him a little latitude right now. Matt LaFleur, pretty good. Yeah. This guy right here, my sneak pick for sort of, if there was a rookie coach of the year, I'd give it to this guy right now, D'Amico Ryans with Houston. I loved him when he was a player, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Good linebacker. Shane Steichen with the Indianapolis Colts, also off to a good start.
Jesus.
We'll see how this one starts.
These tears blow.
Mike McDaniel.
Were you smoking, were you sniffing bath salts this morning?
Mike Tomlin. Pete Carroll.
Sure.
He's done a better job rebuilding the Seahawks than BB has done with the Patriots. And Mike Vrabel, worthy of respect. His team blows. We'll see. It could get worse this year. All these guys, I think, are pretty good coaches. I would call them B to B pluses, pretty good coaches in the NFL right now.
I thought you hated Matt LaFleur.
Well, the sample, but the results are what they are. I mean, they've changed quarter. You got a rookie quarterback basically now.
2-2, right?
Yeah, but they're hanging in there. They're doing fine. No reason to bury him yet. It's been okay.
Okay.
It's a small Tier 1.
I'm
The worst tears.
underwhelming tears.
You guys,
Amazing tears.
you guys should write them for the web then.
Tier
I
1.
will.
What you should do, you can write your own tears.
Tier 1?
No crying during the tears. Tier 1. Andy Reid, best coach in the league right now, without question. He's got the best quarterback, but also does the most with them. John Harbaugh, solid program in Baltimore. They're good every year. Keep an eye on them. Sean McVay had a bad year last year, but I still think he knows what he's doing. Accomplished young coach in the league. And Kyle Shanahan is the only one in this group who has not won a Super Bowl. But the Niners are 4-0. I think he blows Nick Sirianni out of the water. Frankly, I don't think it's even that close. 7th-round quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant, has him at 4 in a row. How many games have they won in a row against? Like 13, 14 games in a row? The Niners have won going back to last year? So Shanahan,
As long as it's not a playoff game, they can win them.
put it this way, would you take any one of these guys as coach of the Patriots?
I might be done with Harbaugh, and I think he's good. I just don't know what the ceiling there is. I want an offensive guy, a purely offensive guy. So I would definitely take Reid, Shanahan, McVay. I don't know if I'd take Harbaugh, but that's not to say I think he sucks. It's just not what I want.
I think basically I would take the guys in all of the guys in Tier 1 and Tier 2 before I took Bill Belichick. Tier 3 we can debate because you get into some reasonably comparable guys, but the way I sort of framed it in my head was who would I take over Belichick? I think I'd take all the guys in Tier 1 and Tier 2. And let me just say, D'Amico Ryans, Shane Steichen, is that how you pronounce it? Steichen?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't even know his name, but he's Tier 2.
What's in a name, Murray? Okay, it's all about the achievements and the accomplishments. It's admittedly a small sample. It's all I have to go on. But they had really bad teams. So far, so good. I like what I see from those guys.
Okay. I think a suspect, as someone once said.
Suspect!
I think they are suspect.